Hello there. Welcome to Q&A, pronounced Kanda, at QandAHelp.com, your home for preparing for WAEC, JAM and NECO. Today we are looking at question 32 from the 2026 mathematics exam. Don't worry if trigonometry feels a bit mysterious. Think of ratios like cosine as a simple map. They just tell us the relationship between two specific sides of a right-angled triangle. Our question says cosine p is 7 over 25. Since cosine is the adjacent side divided by the hypotenuse, we know our triangle has an adjacent side of 7 and a hypotenuse of 25. The question also mentions that p is between 0 degrees and 90 degrees. This just means p is an acute angle in the first quadrant, so our final answer for sine will be a positive number. Knowing two sides of a right triangle gives you the necessary information to find the third. Once you have all three lengths identified, you can calculate any ratio the examiners ask for. To find the sine of p, we need to know the length of the opposite side. To find that missing piece, we'll use the famous theorem from Pythagoras. Let's call our missing opposite side x. According to the theorem, x squared plus our adjacent side, 7 squared, must equal the hypotenuse, 25 squared. Be careful here. Remember to square the numbers before you move them. 7 times 7 is 49, and 25 squared gives us 625. We subtract 49 from both sides to get x squared equals 576. Taking the square root shows us that our opposite side is exactly 24. Now we can find sine p, which is opposite over hypotenuse. That gives us 24 over 25, which is option A. Be careful with option C. 7 over 24 is a common trap because it uses the wrong sides. There is another way to solve this using a mathematical identity. This method confirms our triangle work is correct. We substitute our known cosine value into the formula. When we square 7 over 25, we get 49 over 625. To make the subtraction easy, we can think of the number 1 as 625 over 625. This leads us right back to our answer, 24 over 25. To save time during your exam, you can memorize common sets of numbers called Pythagorean triples. 7, 24, and 25 is one of those sets. If you recognize that 7 and 25 are part of this triple, you can identify the missing side as 24 in just a few seconds without doing all the algebra. Let's try a quick quiz. If cosine theta is 3/5, what is sine theta? Pause the video for a moment and see if you can use a shortcut. This is the famous 3-4-5 triangle. Since the adjacent is 3 and the hypotenuse is 5, the opposite side must be 4. So sine theta is 4/5. Try one more. If sine x is 12/13, what is cosine x? Take a second to solve it. Using the 5-12-13 triple, we know the adjacent side is 5. That means cosine x is 5 over 13. Applying these shortcuts to different problems shows how the triangle logic works every time. These steps help you stay accurate and efficient when the numbers change on exam day. Here is a summary to help you remember. sin²p is a great tool for recalling which sides to use for sine, cosine, and tangent. Also, try to memorize these 4 triples. They appear very often in exams and will help you work much faster. One last reminder, always check the angle range. When the angle is between 0 and 90 degrees, you'll always select the positive value for your ratio. I'm so proud of the work you've done today. For more past question breakdowns, subscribe and visit QandAHelp.com to prepare for your upcoming exams. Mastering these patterns makes trigonometry feel much more manageable. With consistent practice, you'll be ready for whatever appears on your next question paper.